Our project is on IIT boiler plant. Mies designed the building around an existing boiler plant and planned its extension. It was formerly known as the boiler plant and steam generating plant. The plant is located at 3430 South Federal Street and was constructed in 1945. The plant is located along the railway line so that the fuel and resources could be delivered to the building. Mies designed the platforms at different levels according to the Romplan principle. Romplan principle is designing of spaces with an open floor plan concept. It is a three-dimensional way of thinking about a building. Mies believes in less is more concept. So, considering all these factors, we took green building as our concept. Green buildings are environmentally responsible and resource efficient buildings. The IIT building contributed to pollution. By implementing this concept, we are embracing the concept of green energy to help combat pollution. There are environmental science majors that exist at the school, and it's adding a community element to the campus that transformed an old defunct boiler plant into a community space used to study green energy.
The big idea behind our expansion was to take a humble, defunct boiler plant and turn it into a high-efficiency green research building. The project involves the metamorphosis of a caterpillar, a simple yet elegant and humble boxy boiler plant into a beautiful butterfly, creating a multifunctional, energy-efficient, open floor plan, educational, interactive, and inviting light-filled spaces for the local Bronzeville community and other existing communities. We wanted to use this building to draw in the community with a museum and activities for the locals. People can learn about green energy, model making, architecture, or any activities that will be held within the center. The building is placed in the southwest corner of campus, adjacent to a railroad. The building is tucked away in a corner and forgotten, and our intent is to bring people back to this part of campus and expand the community as a whole.
So going into the structure, so of the old building, Mies constructed the plant based on his basic laws of architecture. And so his first one is structure as an architectural factor, and that just gave out possibilities and limitations and just everything that you could think of. Then this next one was space as an architectural problem. So we looked at that and we said, okay, well, the old structure is just a waste of space. So that is our architectural problem right there. The next one was proportion as a means of architectural expression. And so we took his grid system that he used to build the entire campus, which was a 24 by 24 system. But in our site, it's too small. So he actually had to adjust it to an 18 by 24. And so we just expanded on that to keep it even. And then his last law was expressive value of material. And so he used three materials that were derived from the earth, which brick, steel, glass. And so what we did was on the expansion part, we took the opposite of what Mies built with. So he mainly built with brick. So what we did was we mainly built with glass. And steel, and then okay, nice. So going into the floor plans, so this first floor is all museum space. Got exhibit spaces everywhere. On the second floor is museum space as well as the rail station, which is on the bottom half, which is the south side. And that station, we call it Lou Jones Station, and it was right next to our building. So what we did was we just took it and put it inside our building to attract people from the train and to hopefully to come into and look at our museums, whatnot. And the third floor is all student and faculty access only, and so that is all lab space. The fourth floor plan, that is also all faculty and student space, and that is a library, a 1,300 square foot library, 13,000 square foot library. Might I do? And so I calculated the percentage of circulation through the entire building, and it came out to about 38%. Most of the circulation is done within a 96-foot distance, and that would be pretty much the bridge between the old building and our new building. So getting into the program that we had established. So we are expanding on the environmental sciences section. And so what we did was we gave them 5,000, more than 5,000 square foot of lab space, 1,300 or 13,000 square foot of library space, 1,000 square foot and collaborative workspaces, and a silent zone space, which is 2,400 square foot. And so what we did was, with these labs in mind, we established laboratory collaborations with the Department of Civil Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, and Geotechnical Engineering. And so that allows us to work with other programs within the school, but then we also allow for non-university entities to work in with us and see what our program is about.
This slide shows the elevations on the east, west, and south side. And the bottom right slide actually is also a west elevation at nighttime. And what that is showing is the algae panels. These algae panels, this particular technology was created by a young man named Adam Ramirez Sanchez when he was 23. He's, I think, 31 years old now. Very innovative, making solar panels from microalgae and carbon. And these are biodegradable panels as well, while you can grow energy while you're greening the planet. And the slide next to that shows the that west facade as well. And the left green wall is actually moss walls, and those medallion-looking panels on the glass sections are actually the microalgae solar panels, which are kind of triangular in shape and rimmed and contained in an aluminum form. This section slide shows the smokestack elevation, as well as the south elevation. And this connection center, pretty much the way Brady pretty much talked about, shows the delineation of spaces and the sunlight coming through. And you can see where the old has become obsolete and new. And the proximity of the rail station onto the second floor entry point of the building. More details, wall section, and on the right is a wireframe showing the solo tube, which we dotted on the 4th levels of the building. And that far right rounded tubular structure is the solo tube. And actually that was very instrumental and helped to implement daylighting into the building. And you can actually embed LED lighting in as well for nighttime lighting. These are some of the views that were captured. As you can see on the both green roofs that are connected by a set of stairs, and the solar panels on either side, and activities on the green roof. And you can see the triangular pattern of the microalgae green panels that are situated on the solar roofs. And this is a model, again, demonstrating a wall section and some greenery. And kind of an evolution, final iteration of our collage. You can see the metamorphosis, the beginning of the humble plant caterpillar on the left, and the transition and culminating in the butterfly on the right. And hopefully our presentation has pretty much explained all the concepts that we try to be mindful of and attentive to, the design principles of designing for materials and resourcefulness, energy efficiency, abundance, giving back to the community and being inclusive of the community, designing for aesthetics, designing for climate and comfort, designing appropriate for the location, for health and well-being, and wise water usage. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.